So let's get right into it and bring in Wyoming congressional candidate Harriet Hageman. We're also joined again by former Lieutenant Governor of New York and Newsmax contributor, our friend Betsy McCoy.
Thank you.
Harriet, thank you so much for joining us this morning. What do you think put you ahead of Liz Cheney in this straw poll? Because this is huge.
Well, it was huge, and it's wonderful to be with you this morning. I think it's very simple. Liz Cheney is not representing Wyoming and hasn't been for quite some time. Liz Cheney is obsessed with January 6th Commission. She is obsessed with Donald Trump. She's not doing her job, and she's not doing what people in Wyoming want her to do. She very clearly has lost the voters of Wyoming, and they spoke very loudly last weekend in the straw poll.
Actually, a chance she won't even run.
I can't answer that for Liz. I'm not going to speak for her. I have every reason to believe that she will be running. She's indicated that she will. And I think that it's going to be difficult for her to step down. Liz Cheney came to Wyoming in 2012 and bought a home. She lives in Northern Virginia. She bought a home in Wyoming so that she could run for Congress there, because I'm fairly certain that she knew she wouldn't be able to win in Virginia. And I just can't see Liz Cheney giving up power that readily. And so I anticipate that she's running. She's indicated that she is. And so that's what I have to expect. And I also expect that I'm going to be able to prevail in the primary in August and then the general election in November.
Harriet, we've seen a lot of Democrats get involved in Republican primaries to try to cause some problems. Do you, as you travel the state, do you see Liz Cheney having a base of support with Democrats and trying to put some sort of coalition together, like we've seen in Alaska, for instance, where Democrats would join rhinos and try to form a coalition to send in the weak Republican?
You know, what's very interesting, Rick, is that really that is her only coalition at this point. The Democrats have clearly stated that they are going to come out and they are going to vote for Liz Cheney. They've already started the process, in fact. They usually wait until the summer before they start doing what they refer to as a switch for Wyoming or something along those lines, a kind of catchy little phrase. But the articles and the editorials from the Democrats and the liberals have already started being published, and that is that the Democrats need to switch parties to support Liz Cheney, because Liz Cheney supports Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff, and she has aligned herself with the radical Democrats in terms of the work that she's doing on the January 6th Commission. What's interesting, though, is that also as I travel the state, and I traveled over 9,000 miles in the 3 months after I announced in September. Liz Cheney doesn't even come to Wyoming, by the way. I traveled 9,000 miles, and I can tell you that the Republicans and the conservative base are incredibly enthusiastic about this race. They want to see Liz Cheney defeated. So in this particular circumstance, even though the Democrats are going to support Liz Cheney, the Republicans will outnumber them.
In part, this election in Wyoming is going to be a referendum on the legitimacy of the January 6th inquiry. So give us your take on that.
Well, I think that every day we learn more and more. One of the things that has happened, or several of the things that have happened, relate to the fact that the folks on that commission are actually falsifying evidence. But then Adam Schiff is known for that. What Adam Schiff did late last fall, in terms of the text that he's read, or the documents that he has read, the attribution that he has done. That's another problem we have with Liz Cheney, is that she's actually aligning herself with someone with the lack of character, such as an Adam Schiff. And so I think that the more we learn about the January 6th Commission, there was just recently in the last couple of days an excellent article on American Thinker about the legal problems associated with the January 6th Commission. The fact is, we did not send Liz Cheney to Washington, D.C. to be the judge and jury for Donald Trump and what happened on January 6th. Yet that's exactly what this commission is doing. They have stepped well outside of their lanes. They're acting as a judiciary. They're no longer staying in their lane in terms of what the legislative branch is supposed to be doing. And as a constitutional attorney, I can tell you that I'm pretty offended by what they're doing in terms of attempting to railroad people.
Yeah, Harriet, you have years of experience as being an attorney. You fought for better environmental rights in your state during your time. How will you be using this experience if elected? Because this is, again, so important, all of your experience of what you've done in your state.
Well, as I say, I am been fighting for property rights, water rights, and constitutional rights. I've been an attorney for over 30 years, and I actually am a constitutional attorney. I don't just play one on TV, and I understand what the Constitution says. And so when Liz Cheney is constantly referencing that we have a binary choice, that we're either for the Constitution or we're for Donald Trump, but we can't be for both, for the life of me, I can't even figure out what in the world she's talking about. But I'm not quite sure that she knows that either. So the fact is that if people want to learn more about me and the work that I have done for Wyoming in terms of protecting our constitutional rights, they can go to hagemanforwyoming.com. There's more information there. But from the constitutional standpoint, I intend to bring that experience to Congress with me and actually get us back to the constitutional framework of separation of powers and making sure that the legislative branch legislates.
Absolutely.
Am I allowed to say that she's a total superstar?
Yes.
Am I allowed to say
And
that?
boy, do I love to hear about the Constitution.
Yes.
That's what it's about.
Yes.
Go get them, Harriet. Go get them.
Thank you so much for joining us. Come back and see us. Keep us posted. Thank you so much.